how you doing?
Hi, buddy. We're gonna get this thing figured out.
Yeah, we were bad mouthing AI, and I think it took it personally, and it's
I think
just
it did.
yeah,
I'm gonna call that. We'll zip that out.
they're trying to silence us.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I guess to recap what we were talking about is this: people have been sending you AI generated songs, and that's
Yeah.
it's not your cup of tea.
Especially since I spent. Are you getting an echo?
A little bit, but
Okay. I spent 5 years with Curb Publishing writing songs, for different people, working my butt off to learn to become a songwriter. Anyway, it's just not the same thing. This AI songwriting.
yeah, it's not genuine. It doesn't have soul or substance. But like you were saying before, it is. Some of them, I give it credit. They does sound good, but
Unfortunately,
it's doing a good job of tricking people as well. Because I've had some people send me just hey, check this out, and every once in a while there is a tell of it. It just has. Sometimes it's just you can just tell. It's weird. It's very thin sounding. I don't know, but I have been fooled. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like you can just tell. Sometimes you just can't. You can't tell. And like you said, it's just going to get unremarkable.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. I myself about a month ago this guy sent me stuff, and I was like, wow, how come I haven't heard this guy in Texas? And then somebody finally told me, man, that's AI. And I was kind of surprised it was so good. And so yeah, it's good.
It does the like swamp Delta blues sound really well, and and for that, like I get so upset because those guys, the guys that were masters and the originators, they were so hard up on times, and that was all they had, and
sure. Yeah, they were living it.
Yeah, and they lived that hard life, and that was their escape from that. And man, for a computer program, ones and zeros to replicate it like that, it's just man, it's just like a slight.
Yeah. You're talking about Randy Travis, a single that came out probably what, a year and a half ago, maybe. And I was doing a little bit of a country DJing up at a station out of Plano, Texas, about Dallas. I had like a hour-long Sunday country show, real country they call it. And I heard the song. Man, it sounded like him. Voice was, and the song was pretty well written. The melody was great. And I still felt like in my heart that it was wrong. But I know that Randy was smiling happy because he could hear his voice on a new song, and that made me happy. But I still felt like there was something not quite right.
Absolutely. Especially with once the suits get involved with it, like how do you protect an entity, a voice, of something like that, where anybody with I mean everybody has a computer processor in their hand with smartphones and whatnot, and anybody can replicate somebody else's voice, and it's just like how do you protect the artist and the reputation of
I think that's the real problem, because I mean they could put an album out on Elvis Presley anytime they want, or Johnny Cash, anybody with new songs.
It's wild.
So
yeah, they definitely need like a digital rights type act or somewhere just to be able to protect just you know
Yeah.
artists and
Mm-hmm.
because like, I know there's been times where people can sabotage a new release of where you do like little teasers and what's this top someone to go on Suno and take those teasers and populate whole songs and put it out before your album and be like, man, you just copied my stuff or you just copied that. And
Oh, wow.
did like
Man.
an album like Hitman of where people talk about, hey, this is a song, here's a little snippet, I wrote this about this, and you just type that in a prompt, drop it a week before the official release, and just it's kind of there's way more bad than good in my opinion with the AI.
Mine too. Totally agree. I wish that it could ruin us in the long run if it really just keeps, I don't know, progressing, making it where it's so hard to figure out one from the other and who gets paid and who don't. Yeah, it's a new problem. I didn't think we had this quick.
Yeah, absolutely with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you have a song March 6th coming out somewhere in the middle.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited. The first record I've cut since 2020, the COVID year. But it's got 17 songs that we're not going to release all of them, but it's going to going to probably put 2 of them on an album, and sometime next month and put it out. I'm going to put a few singles out first, I think. So yeah, I'm excited. I cut I wrote 7 songs, but I found 10 outside songs, which was kind of unusual. I usually try to write a lot of stuff, and I found some really great songs. I got some songs by Dean Dillon. I'm really proud of this one song that Keith Whitley had co-written this song with a guy named Bill Caswell from Oklahoma, friend of mine. And Bill played me this song. He had a cassette copy of Keith singing it. Keith Whitley, it was just so great. But it had never been put out. I'm not sure that Keith Whitley's own family even knows, or people know that this song exists. But I called his wife, Bill Caswell, and she gave me the go-to if I wanted to include it. So we did. And some cool stuff on the record.
Nice. That's a cool story. Not a lot of people, this day and age that can say they have a song like that being released.
Yeah.
Now when you record, is there like a side of like your production that has to be, because a lot of your music throughout your whole catalog not like has the same sound, it just has like the same feel, very like traditional modern feel.
Well, this new album was not produced by me at all. I've turned it over to a named Josh Rocker, who's a producer out of Fort Worth, Dallas area. He's great. He's playing drums on it too. And it's been a great process, and it's a little bit different. I think I kind of just give him the whole thing and said, go ahead and produce this record on me, and it's all up to you. And I threw your suggestions in there, but it's different. It's this first single is pretty progressive, still very country. So, but I think people seem to be digging it. I don't think I'm running off my usual crowd, but I think I might gain some new ones.
Nice. Yeah, that's always a great thing as an artist. Get a couple of new people. And new sides of things. Because like the one thing I like about your music and with the Texas country is like there's an air in the mix. Like if I just want to like chill listening to your music, I can leave it at like a regular volume. But if I really want to like jam out, your music has enough space where I can change the dynamic of it with the volume knob. With a lot of the commercial country, you can't do that. There's no more space in it. And then if you just really want to crank some of those songs, it's like the speaker if you don't have expensive speakers, it gets all flubby and just
Mhm.
it just doesn't sound good. And that's what I really like about like your voice like rides the music like a wave. It's like I just really like how it's mixed where you're not fighting to hear anything. Everything is just very easy listening to. And there's a couple songs you have like when you love somebody. I love how that guitar kind of like leans back a little bit, and you're like,
Mhm.
is it gonna make the bend? And it's like bing, and it's so satisfying. And I just it sometimes your steel player does it as well, of where it's just like a cool anticipation thing, and it's
Mhm.
done really really well. And your harmonies are it's just really easy to listen to, and it's really cool how like the user is like can be in control of your music with being able to just spin the volume knob like, "Hey, we're gonna blast Jamie today, or we're just
Yeah.
gonna like have a nice drive."
Well, I appreciate you saying that, 'cause that's what I strive to do, to have music that people could listen to and not get tired of it quick, like something's just kind of, I don't know, put you in the right mood for drinking beer, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, yeah, and that's in one of your songs. I like the one line. It said like a song so sad you don't even need a glass. It was
Yeah.
along that lines.
Yes, that's Whiskey Working Well. I wrote that song a couple of. I can hear my voice coming back at me and why, but if you can't hear it good, that's why my speech sounds weird.
Oh
I can
yeah,
hear it.
yeah, I can hear it too. And yeah,
Oh,
that's how like they break up protest when it
okay.
just melts your mind.
Yeah.
I hope it's not coming through the original the recording
The
because
main,
Steve hit me up and said like it's not delaying on TikTok, but it is on YouTube. So I hope that like, but then again, I don't want to waste your time.
Dude, you ain't wasting my time. I'm good, man. But Whiskey Working Well, yeah, that song is one of my favorites I wrote. I've always been a big Hank Jr. fan too, and I kind of stuff like I think it's something, those kind of songs that Hank Jr. wrote. That's kind of got that feel a little bit to me, and it really appeals to a lot of people. So
Yeah, and
one of my favorites.
that's a really cool line because like the listener, I was like, man, that's a heavy song because
he's really heartbroken. He don't even need a glass. He don't even need a glass.
yeah,
It's a whole bottle.
yeah,
So
give me the bottle, no glasses. Now, like for a country song, do you have like a song that you can for you another artist that you wouldn't need glasses for, like your ultimate sad song?
Hmm. Well, I'm a big Keith Whitley fan, and also, Gary Stewart too, even way back. I never met Gary Stewart, but I'm a fan. Uh, Stuff like "I'm Over You," I think is so well written that Whitley had out. It's so simple, yet it's so slammy in the face, and that's to me that's a good writer that can write something so simple and have such an impact on people. Not if it's not funny, if it doesn't have a crazy dance groove, it's just lyrics with some with a great melody and just simple lyrics, but they hit you hard.
Dude, I definitely know what you're saying. Like Willie's song, "Pretty Paper."
Oh yeah.
It's just there's no like fancy words. He just it's not like he got out of thesaurus and just made it sound over educated. It was just like just straight, like just keep it simple.
Yeah, well, he's a genius. Angel Flying Through Perfect. There's another one that I love of Willie's. Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, there's been a lot of songs. Like the more I got in the country, it was just figuring out like what songs meant because there is there is a lot of people that write about the the legends of country, like Midnight Montgomery and all those stories that like I didn't know. And then like the more you hear, the more you read, and the more when you listen to you listen to a song with that kind of like folklore, you're kind of like, oh, like kind of like, because I've only been doing this for like 4 years. That's my my tenure in the country music world, and I know a lot of people. They've had memories burning in their mind of just riding around with their dad, singing songs with their mom, and just having all these memories. And it's just interesting because like I get now like why people like, man, they'll get physical if you say something about like one of their legends. Like they're just so high on a pedestal for some people.
Sure.
Because the lyrics, the stories, and a lot of people can resonate with a lot of those songs. And for me, like I was never a lyric. I still struggle to this day listening to lyrics first, especially when the music's so good. Because I play guitar, and it's really hard. But I've been getting better at it, and it's definitely been a really cool genre to understand. Because I'd always heard like, man, like just the commercialized country, like they with the hooks, they like the commercialized. It's commercialized. Like they raise everything, and they're just like, you don't know it, but this is the part of the song you're gonna remember, and it's just kind of like so. It doesn't surprise me one bit. It's just like they know the formula. They just manipulate it. I feel like a lot of those songs, they just really just take a circle of fists, pick their 5 chords, pick the 3 chords, and they just bounce them around to that's a cool melody. And then they have the real geniuses, the songwriters, that the think tanks back there. Because man, the first time I went to Nashville, that's where like the dream died for me. I was like, there's no names, there's no marquees. I said some of these great musicians are playing the same songs over and over again everywhere you go. But then you find like the writer side of, there's a lot of people, super, super talented people that are in those buildings, without the marquees, you just think they're offices, and they're really driving the machine out there. And because I know you were involved with that for a very long time, right? You still be.
I was in the building, which looked like a whatever, and a writer's room, someone from 10 in the morning to 2, and then somebody else from 2 to 6. I worked for Curb, publishing for 5 years. And of course I had some stats, but there's a million songs out there that are so great that no one's ever going to hear. Because the same handful of writers and artists seem to be doing the same thing over and over again. That's just the way it is. There's so much money involved in it that it's just political. And there you go. Yeah. It's hard to give up something. Try something new, or let somebody else in the circle, or it's just a certain amount of writers that get most of the credit. Even though there's so many out there, so talented people that can write.
So that's it is. Music's so weird. You can walk into, you don't even know what the bar name is. You can just walk in somewhere, and there could be a guy just playing guitar, singing. Yeah, I wrote this about that, and it's just like, how is he here right now? Sometimes it'd be no one paying attention, and it's just like, how does this happen? And it's just weird.
It's like put a couple $1 million, even you'd hear about it. Unfortunately, that's the way it's become. It's all about motion. So many guys are great, but they're like me. They were born with a rich uncle, or everybody else putting money into their career. So they're just fighting an uphill battle. But once in a while, one can bust through and do okay. But there's a lot of talented people. There's really not room enough, in my opinion, for everybody that's deserving to. There's not enough room in the business. I remember back in the day, in RCA or those kind of labels, and MCA. Well, I mean, the regular stations like Clear Channel, they had 19, 20 artists they played. And when they got through the 20, they went back to one. 20. It's the same 20 artists over. So that means there's 20 people that are allowing to have radio played on.
That's wild.
But all the streaming and stuff, that podcasts and things like that, it's a new beginning for everybody. Money still helps tremendously, but you can still have success like I have without having any money behind me, like throwing at me. Just writing good songs, putting out, good music and playing venues and can make a good living. Yeah.
That's great that's possible and still be independent and make whatever you want and do whatever you want.
Oh, for making whatever kind of music you want to make, whatever kind of song you want to cut. Yeah. I believe that.
And it's and I also wanted to bring up in your one song, Older the Bull. That interlude, I was like, I want to hear like 30 minutes of that guitar riff.
Isn't that bad?
Dude, it's so good. And as quick as it shows up and how awesome it is, it goes right back into the song. And I was like, I wouldn't even be mad if that interlude became an entirely like its own song, like a whole nother part. I love stuff like that.
My band played on that. There's no studio guys, and we were just sitting there. And they kind of, we all together just kind of come up with, let's try this and try that. And then when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, that's special. That's cool.
Oh, the first time I heard it, I was like, oh man, like where's this going? And I was like, that's such a great riff. And it's amazing how, man, like you can just have like a moment in that song, and it's just like I guess would be considered like an interlude, and it crushes and it goes right back into the song, and it's just stuff like that. I love stuff like that because it breaks up and you're excited about that part and you're like, oh, we're back to jamming. And I love how the drummer does variations with the hi-hat, and it just stuff like that. That's what I really love of like the Texas stuff. It's got variations and like stuff like that. Like I feel like a suit would hear that and be like, nah, cut that out for radio. And it's like, no, that's one of the best parts of the song.
Yeah.
And I know when I love something, when I hear it, and I was upset I wasn't around one of my guitars. I'm like, man, that's I said I could play that all day, and you could probably extrapolate that and just jam out all the time. I really loved that riff. I was like, man.
Well, thank you, man. A guy named Woody Woodruff actually came up with that. He was playing late time, and great guitar picker. It's really come out great. And the good thing about my band, we could go from Whiskey Working Well right into that, which is pretty progressive, at least part of it.
It's I love it. It's been amazing. Like I went from like loving like super high distortion, saturation and stuff to the twang is like the twang, and then like hearing those double stops with the chicken picking.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, it's amazing of how and how hard it is to do.
Oh man.
To get that sound, to pop off the fretboard, and man, I just
you got your cello? You got your cello now?
Oh, do I? Yeah, it's weird. I used to make fun of people for having Telecasters, and I have like 4 or 5 of them now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, because you know that I still have yet to play through like a real Fender amp, but that's all like my profiles are. And then what blew my mind is like Steve. I always thought Stevie Ray Vaughan would have been like a Marshall kind of guy, and to see he was just playing some different Fenders on a lot of that stuff. To me, that was one of the things that just blew my mind. Of granted, when you can crank your amp, that's a whole nother level. But I really that whole Texas honky tonk thing is just like so cool to me now. It's
I'm excited to be a part of it. I've been kind of running through a little over 20 years, and they're still calling the shows and still playing on the radio. So I feel blessed, and I'm happy to be doing it.
now. Is there an artist up and coming right now that you're like super excited for?
I mean, there's a lot of great singers. There's a guy named Bryce Bean that I got to know recently. I think he's 25. But he's got that old country voice, and really, he's just so appreciative and trying to get started, and it's so hard to do for anybody. But I think he may have an opportunity. He's got that kind of voice. There's some guys that just have a certain thing with their vocal. A lot of them are just, I don't know, turned up, loud, and whatever. It's not really anything that I might care for. But there's some good singers out there in Texas for sure. Some new guys.
That's what my grandfather always used to tell me. He just said, just remember, the guys that can't play good play loud. And that was totally against my whole
Right.
it was against my whole like philosophy. I was just like, but he was like, yeah. He said, when I walk into somewhere and the band's loud, I know they're not good. I was like,
yeah, that's got some truth to it. I always jump on the sound guys, turn my vocal up. It's buried in the. I mean, I know the lead player is great, the drum's great, and everybody, but I want to be able to hear. I want to hear what I'm saying lyrically too. And some sound people get it, some don't. That's what they're hearing.
That's always the worst when you have the altercations with the sound guys, because
they do have trouble. Yeah.
It's a lot of people don't realize just how much really goes on behind the scenes of music. It's not like you just set your stuff up, you plug in, like you like especially some venues, like you were there at 9:30 in the morning and you did your sound checks, and then you go up on stage, and now there's 300 bodies and everything sounds different, and then things are getting moved on the fly, and then you're in your monitor, you're out of your monitor, you're over there, you can't hear your voice in that monitor, and it's just a lot of times you have no idea what you're playing, and people are like, oh, that was a great show, that was awesome, and you're like, was it? Because I didn't hear any of it, and I played it.
Yeah, you're right. It's so much more to it. I think that my wife, we got married a couple years ago. I think she's let me know that I didn't know all this stuff. You had to do this and that, and there's so much more behind the scenes musically. So much more. People don't realize. I think music business is one of the hardest businesses in the world. I mean, I've framed houses and built houses. I thought that was hard. Physically, it was, but as far as day in and day out, all the different things that musician that's actually in the business making a living at it has to do is a long list.
Absolutely, and even some of the hardest parts, just getting there, getting your five guys to just the trek of being on the road and being cramped and being in each other's faces, and I've seen it. Tim Lightyear, who's a country guy, well, a Texas guy. He had to like sit his band down. He's like, we've been on the road for a while. A fight is coming. We need to get ahead of ourselves. We all love each other. We're all friends, but I can tell there's a fight.
Yeah.
It's just
Well, there's one. When you try to be a good, when you're running the band like I have to, and I've got like 5 guys, and when you have them, you want to be their buddy. You want to be one of the guys, but somebody has to also crack the whip.
yeah, put the foot down.
You know, people sometimes drive themselves to the shows, and they're late. Everybody, we can't get sound check, just like that. And it's tough to keep it going. You have to really love to do it.
Absolutely. It's that was the one thing my band was like, you make it like, we didn't have a bus, you make it the truck call. If you're not in the truck, you're not playing. It's too much stress. Like you said, if you miss a sound check and it's the guy's just in the back adjusting his stuff, now the sound guy's mad, and it's just it happens, life happens, but it's like you said, it's definitely one of the hardest jobs in the world, because you put a lot of these songs have emotions attached, and some of them are real stories, real heartbreak and whatnot, and you're putting yourself out there, and sometimes you see no reward, and it's
True.
and there's no handbook, there's no school. Like, you can go to school to be better at your instrument, but it's just weird how sometimes, and a lot of it has to do with the people. Sometimes an audience will find your songs, a song that you just put out, you liked, but had no idea that the people would be like, this is your best song. And the one that you put all your time and effort in over here does nothing. And this song that you're just like, yeah, I like it, put it out. Just that's like
so true. I mean, your audience will help you know if you did a good job on your record or not, because they will, they don't mind telling you what they think, and you can tell what they think. Like, I played some new songs on stage that I thought was great. They got very low response. And then I played something that I thought was, let's try this, let's play it. And the people would go crazy, and they'd love it, and they'd get out and dance, and I'd be like, wow, how did they all know? But they kind of did. Yeah. So, like this new single I got coming out, Somewhere in the Middle, we've already played it probably 20 times out in front of the crowds. It's a winner. I already seen the reaction.
Nice.
So I know it's going to be really good.
So after doing this for 20 plus years, it's still a passion. It's still just something you love to do.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if I was struck with the thing and trying to make my car payment and buy a tank of gas, I don't know that I'd still love it, but I did manage to climb the ladder up a little bit to where I'm making some pretty good money, and nothing, not going to get rich. Still, it's I can live in a nice home and pay my bills, and for right now, that seems like enough.
Yeah, that comfort is good.
Yeah.
But so you playing festivals this year as well?
Yeah, I got a handful. I just played one this last Saturday called the Fort Worth Festival, and it was Joe Taylor. He had some stuff to do with it, and then I got one up in Lukenbach. On May the 2nd. It's Thomas Michael Riley Fest. It's like 2 or 3 days. Have you been to Lukenbach?
No.
It's pretty neat venue. It's just a no dance hall and a big outdoor stage. And I think there's 2 houses on the property and 6 people that live in Lukenbach. But it's a place everybody wants to go and drink a beer and listen to music. So I would say it'd be a neat place to go if you ever get a chance here in Texas.
Definitely. There's a lot of places I still want to go. A lot of venues.
Yeah.
That just have that legendary status, that even someone like I live in Delaware, like I just know that these venues are historic, and you get to see some people that I've met play them, and I know how big of a deal it is for them, and that's been cool to see.
Yeah.
I've seen these, especially these newer artists that, you know, a couple years ago they just said, "Man, we really love to play Green Hall. Don't even care if it's our show, if we're opening up." And now you get to see the promo posters. I'm like, yeah, man, you know, it's really cool. It's really cool to see at, you know, the Texas artists, you know, making it and whatnot, because it seems like, man, it's a big family, and it's a bunch of people. They all seem to be friends with each other, and they all seem to be like happy for other people, and that's very rare in music, it seems. So that's like when I was talking to the Red Dirt Rangers, and they were explaining the Red Dirt Relief Fund, and I was like, man, like from the music, from, you know, just being an audience member, even the audience, they're you know, they're tight too, and to see the artists, and then to see like on the base layer of the artists, they take care of their own, and they have a way of helping people. And I was like, man, like you just don't see that, and it's just really cool to be part of like a collective, because like I feel part of the scene, and I'm out here in the Northeast where very rarely do these artists come out here, but when they do, I try to go see them. But it's a really cool thing that's happening down in Texas, and it's because that was the thing with the channel. Like I really like when people say, you know, I don't like country music like I used to say. I'm like, because you haven't heard it. Like if you haven't heard the old guys, which I had never heard before, but if you start with someone like you, and then go to the other Texas when you're like, wow, this sounds like music. This sounds like a guy who's actually singing. Like his voice has, like your voice has warmth. It has depth.
Yeah.
It sounds. I can see you sounding like that on stage. Where if you turn on the radio, you know that is not a replication of someone's true voice. It's some of the more popular stuff is the filters. It sounds like they're underwater when they're trying to pick what pitch to, like the melodyne and everything. It's just
Right.
I'm like, just sing, man. You know,
I know.
imperfections are fine. The
Yeah,
talent will
it's-
shine through.
Yeah, there's lots of singers in Texas that, you know, are not melodic singers. You know, they're just kind of talking, but they still move you with their lyrics. You know? And I know what you mean. Like a lot of the guys out of the Nashville country that are, you know, everything gets tuned a little bit, but it's getting out of hand. It's just, you know, all other influences into country, which just makes them more, I don't know, way more pop. So that's good for Texas. There's still guys that are putting out. And a couple in Nashville. Jake Worthington, I know, and I think he's great. Raymond King, another one. Those guys are young and doing good. And they love country. And they played all these places I'm playing. I played Green Hall, and I'm like you. I played it about a month ago. And we're going back in the fall, and that's a big deal. You know, you get to play. It's like playing the Grand Ole Opry or something. You know, it's it's a good thing. So
Yeah, it's cool how it just from an outsider, you know, just how ingrained music culture is down there in Texas, and it's I love seeing all the signs like Max 3 cover songs. You know, like
yeah,
because up here they want more covers, and it's there is the power of the cover of it. It gives you a good baseline for someone like if they not heard you, and they're like you play one of their favorite songs, you're like, okay, these guys are good. That's a good version. And then you know, oh, that's a good song. What's that? Oh, that's one of their songs. So
right.
covers do have a thing, but I really like how like independent and how people want to hear your music. Like we're here to see you. Like
Yeah. Thank goodness for that's so important because there's a lot of tribute bands in Texas and everywhere, I'm sure. But and also, just this guy will never hear me tell anybody this. I don't believe it. It was a casino in Oklahoma, and they were interested in booking us, but they said, "Well, you have to do mostly cover." And I'm like, Well, why? Because, they say, well, people know Brooks and Dunn, and they know all these different songs, Neon Moon, all that stuff, and they're just not into singer-songwriters that much. It's like, well, that probably ain't work out for me there, but that's sad. I mean, I feel in Oklahoma saying that. It's not nothing against them so much. It's just that's the way they want their crowd to hear songs they know. And if you're not a big, you're not going to get a ton of radio play where everybody knows your music. So the guy that's stuck in the middle, kind of like me, I've got a lot of people that know my music. There's a lot of people that really don't. So where do you go? You just play your own material, hope it works out. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, my own song.
Right. Yeah, that's 100%. That's what being an artist is.
Well, the same guy was playing, off 3 times more than was me for a Toby Keith tribute band.
Yeah, that tribute bands. It amazes me. Like, I get the ones that play the night before. Like that kind of makes sense. The ones that dress and act like I don't know, especially when that band's still alive. But then I found out how much money they make, and it blew my mind because one of the guys in our band, somebody had like said, "Hey, did you ever think about being in a Motley Crue tribute band?" And they're like, "No," and they're. I think it was $140,000. It's like, what? Like, where do you play? What? How do you? Everybody in that band makes. I'm just like, because I thought it would cost more. Like, if you're like copying someone, do you not have to like pay like a trademark fee, or like you're so much like somebody else, you have to pay the ASCAP or BMI, like the license. Because I
haven't heard of anybody having to pay to be a tribute band.
Yeah, it's just
I'm with you. If it's a door deal at a bar or a big venue or whatever, and they're working for the door, and they're really super popular, and they're say they're Alan Jackson tribute band, and they sell it out, they're going to make some money. I mean, really good money.
Right.
I could go on the venue and depending on where it's at, I might have 10 people, I might have 1,000 people. It just depends on where it's at. People that are familiar with me through radio or streaming, those guys don't have to rely on that. I just got to play a song.
Right. And all the hard work's already done. You just have to learn the material.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and that's another thing people don't know, like getting the door money. I remember one of the venues was like, "Where's your doorman? If you want the door money, you need a doorman." And I was like, I didn't see that in the contract, because if you don't have a doorman, you don't get any money from the door, because if I have to provide a doorman, I'm going to keep all the money. I'm like, what? Wow. So it ended up, thank God, one of my friends, he's like, "How much money am I going to make?" I said, "I'll give you $1 a head." And he was like, "That ain't nothing." I said, "You're going to make more money than the band." And he did. He was out accounting. We'd sold the place out, and he's like, "I made more money than every single one of you guys." I was like, "Yeah, I told you." I said, "Dude, gigs like this, like it's we don't make anything. We might make enough to get some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and possibly upgrade to a Super 8 kitchenette room." Like, yeah,
you're just bragging now.
You're just bragging. Yeah. You mean you can heat them sandwiches up and get some grilled cheese? It's music is wild. That's actually what scared me out of music. When one of my favorite bands, they were local, they got signed, they had stuff in movies, and they were like begging for money, because they're like, all the money we make has to go back to pay the deal. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, like we need to pay it back first, and then possibly we can make money. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, it's pretty, like, I didn't know, like, that's how that worked.
I was told back when I was in Nashville. I had a developmental deal on RCA and Capitol, but mine didn't get far enough to make any money. But I've heard bands that I know that told me that they had to sell 500,000 records to pretty much start breaking even.
That's so
Because
many units.
they give like it was 90%. The label would make 90% of everything, and then but the artist would pay for their video. That would all come out. The label was just they're just like a bank, really. You know? And so it takes a lot of still a million records. I guess you start making some money. And then if you start and renegotiate your contract, then you can start making some real money. So
it's crazy. And then all those like sunset clauses and like, oh, you'll never earn your music again unless you buy your catalog back.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that happens at like the top level still just baffles my mind. It's just you read about it every once in a while that so-and-so artists $250 million to buy their catalog back, their own art, so they can make money off of their own art. And it's just it's just really like when I look at my old CDs and see those bands, it's just like, man, that artist never owned that until like 30 years later, 20 years later. I was listening to where the guys are tightening their ties and like just buying new cars, and that the artist was out there struggling.
Yeah. They better have some great songs if they're going to whip out that kind of money to buy it back, you know, so it can continue to make money and goes to them. You know.
That's such a wild situation. That's why
Curbone's about 300 right now. You know, they got the publishing on it, and I got the publishing there, and there's a publishing there, but you know, there's not any major hits in those. So, and when I left Curb, like all the stuff I'm putting on the records now, stuff that I wrote, some of them since then, the last several years, I got to Texas. But that publishing's a lot of money to be made if you can write the great song, like real popular tune, get played all the time. Can you imagine how much money the Eagles make? I mean, still on their music being played all over the U.S., all over the world.
Oh,
every
it's probably playing thousands of places right now. Just
sure.
It's just endless, and an eternity of mailbox money. Just to be at that level, and it's like I always tell the story. The drummer in my band, his first co-write went platinum.
Oh wow!
And I just asked him. I said, so like he quit his job, and I was like, what do you do anymore? And he's just like, it's like I spend money. Did you get a phone call?
Yeah.
It said it recorded and stopped. It may still be recording. It's technology.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I still have it on the board, so it doesn't matter. But is there anything, we've been talking for a while, is there anything else that you wanted to
did that phone call put it into?
I think it did, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, I appreciate you having me. I appreciate you talking. Stand on my the music business.
Yeah, David.
Happy to be in it. And I was going to tell you about a cut that I got in Brazil, which made me more than anything I've ever done.
That's crazy.
A girl named Vanessa Camargo, and I was friends with the guy that ended up producing her records and wrote. I don't know how many hits, but this one was called Sincara, and it was in Portuguese, translated from what we were Portuguese. And I remember I got to my BMI check, which you get one every 3 months, and mine was usually like $200. And then this one come in for about 15, 20 grand. I can't remember what it was. And I'm like, what in the world? Here we go. So it was awesome. You can write a song that ends up on a record. But
Yeah.
she went platinum over there in Brazil, which I'm not sure is the same amount of sales as it would be in the US. I think it's at least $500,000. You know,
That's still awesome though.
pretty cool though.
You know, like when, especially when you don't know and you open it up, because that,
Oh,
that's
and
what
this girl
happened to my
sang like
buddy.
Britney Spears, and she danced like Britney Spears. There was a country bone in her body, right? It was all like dancers around her and all. And Jamie Richards gets a cut by her. You know. What's the odds?
That's wild.
Yeah.
Who would have thought Brazil?
I don't know. About places.
You figured it'd be down home in Texas.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's all good. I appreciate everything come my way, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great thing to, you know, to be able to look back and still be happy about it, and you know, to be a part of it, and especially having such a long career in it, and because a lot of people, you know, they don't survive that long.
Yeah. It's frustrating. I mean, you know, there's moments when you're just like, oh goodness, you know, what's up with that? But they haven't ran me out yet, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
Yeah.
It's definitely an endorphin roller coaster. When you're high, you're high. When you're feeling low, you're low, and it's just nice just to find the middle, where, you know, because being up in the clouds, sometimes that's not a great place to be. Over, you know, now your time's being pulled here and there, and because it seems like the better your music does, the more like you're not doing music stuff now. Now you gotta promote it. You gotta do all these other things and whatnot, and then you're like, when are we ever gonna rehearse? It's like, oh well, now we're all being pulled apart, and then it's just like you have to just go back down to where, you know, you can really start focusing on the music.
Well, yeah, I think the most miserable people I know are rich.
Right, it's an entire different set of problems that they're so foreign to me, because I just stopped hanging out with my one buddies. That's just like, what? Like, no, that shouldn't be. No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to, you know, being broke. It's a lot easier than like what you said. Like, no thanks. My phone rings too much as is right now, and I'm a nobody.
Oh no, you're doing good.
Just keep me in my room where I can just listen to music and play guitars and talk to people, and I'll be happy.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, it was great talking to you. I'm glad you took the time.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm glad y'all asked me to do it. I've just kind of started doing some podcasts here lately, and they're pretty cool. Especially to get a hold of people that know what you're talking about, like you.
Yeah, and you're doing Talbot's thing on what would you say, Wednesday, or?
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And hopefully everything goes a lot smoother.
Well, it will on mine. Now that I've kind of heard,
yeah.
You know, but we'll get it. We'll be ready next. We'll be ready Wednesday.
Hey, that's with everything. Like we went to Mile Zero Fest and did a bunch of podcasts, and man, I just wrote down all ways it could go smoother, and the next time. Always the next time is going to be a better time. It's just,
I hate to get. I'd love to get to that Milo Fest too. I'm hoping I get there this coming year.
Yeah. You didn't. Missing this year was a good year to miss, because it was cold. Because that cold snap was.
Yeah.
It was pretty brutal, but it's a really cool festival. It's wild just to be walking down the street and you just see, oh, there's Tony LaRue. Oh, there's Mike McClure. You know, there's everybody, because there's not a lot to do, and you know, go sing karaoke with your friends.
Yeah, I got some good trips. I say we go down to Mexico for a year, and we play guitar at swimming bars and acoustic, 4 or 5 artists. I've done that about 13 years in a row, down around Cozumel, and I know it's those are great trips.
Yeah, I love Mexico. I love going down there and go to like, Tulum
Yeah.
and see all the cenotes, and it's a nice time. I like it down there.
Well, let me know if you want to go our week. I'll get you some info.
Nice. Yeah. I've been meaning to get my passport back up because I was like, oh, real ID, I don't need that. And then I look at my passport and I'm like, yeah, I need to get a real ID.
Yeah. I got all. Yeah.
Yeah, my God. It's like my license isn't good enough to fly, and then it's just it's wild. It's just anything to beat the common man out of his money. That's all I feel like this place has started to be. Like,
No doubt.
Yeah. Oh, your car runs and it gets you to and from work, but there's not a sticker on it. So
yeah. Send me 100 you can carry on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrible. But yeah, I don't know if it's still recording, but yeah, thanks for hopping on. And
Sure, buddy. I'll just hang here.
You'll have a fun time with Talbot and Soul Gravy.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, let me turn this off. This